off. I guess we're exposing too much. Oscar De La Hoya did it to us, people.
Bastard.
Give me 1 second.
Light him on fire.
One moment.
No.
I'm trying to find where this music is coming from.
How dare you? I don't hear any music.
All right, sorry. No, you don't hear it, but it is on. 1 second, people. 1 second. We're going to see if we can get this in full screen. Actually, what's happened is my remote control has changed itself. We're going to go back to the Clown World News controller. We were going to watch a video. It locked up. This program, OBS, has a tendency to do that. It locks up a lot. All right, give me 1 second while I set this up. We're going to watch a little video here, and they're going to talk about the damn fires. We continue, people. We keep going and going and going. You're watching CW News on The Real Foo TV. Remember to subscribe. This is the show where Bob and Foo go through the news and point out all the bullshit. Right, Bob?
Correct.
All right, I'm going to check the stream right now to see if we're back online, but we're going to be watching this video from Fox News where this bald guy who looks a lot like that guy, Steve Wilkos, but gay. All right.
Wind is a key component when we're battling wildfire, not in just spreading the erratic flames, but also in grounding aircraft. So we still have...
Those flames are so erratic. I'm going to kill every motherfucker birthday. Bob?
Yeah.
Extreme fire behavior that's going on. That's absolutely challenging all firefighters, especially in that Pacific Palisades and the Altadena areas. We're seeing gusts.
You see how much they're just hyping this shit up, huh, Bob? Like to no end. Everywhere you look, they're talking about this shit.
That's still occasion up to 60 mile per hour. But compared to the last 2 days, huge help. You mentioned it's clearing up. We're able to fly. That's helping us to continue to work to protect the community and the infrastructure and really just try to get some containment around all the wildfires that are burning.
And
all right, I'm checking the stream to see if it's going on right now.
When do we get more resources in? Are they coming from other parts of California, from other states? What's the status on resources?
So it did split it.
They are here and more are coming. So this is all very systematic. There's agreements that are signed and written between departments and between the whole state so we could have neighbor helping neighbor, essentially, with mutual aid. So there's automatic aid agreements.
I'm going to have to label this as part 2. It didn't mend it. It just created 2 files. All right, so it's just a firefighter just building all this shit up. Like I said, people, these are multimillionaires. They don't give a fuck about this.
So I have
what?
A member of the NYFD on my social media, and he was showing screenshots of people in LA calling for private firefighters to come and like protect their house. Basically, there were several of them where it was like any private firefighters or independent firefighters, we'll pay anything. This is our address. Like everybody else's house is on fire. Like we just need you to prevent our house from being on fire. Which I thought was interesting. I didn't even know that there were like private firefighters. What's up, Quags? Yeah, Bob. Sorry, I was just saying what's up to Quags because we got Buddha, dude. We're back. What were you saying, Bob? I was saying that I didn't know private firefighters existed.
That's interesting. All right, so see if the topic still works. There it is. We're still in the agenda. We're on. What is this, Bob? What is this? This is Fox?
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna watch a little story from 12 News. This is on YouTube. Interesting logo they have there. All right, we got the interesting logo. It is a pyramid. Yeah, they're going to be talking about the wildfires. All right, let's hear this.
Wildfires in Los Angeles. At least 10 people we know have now died, and it's all because of at least 6 fires that are...
Those numbers are really interesting. The 10 is the X. The 6 is, you could say when you split it, it's the 33. You know how they did that during the Corona fraud, Bob? It was all 6-foot distancing and all that shit. And then again, you know, the 10. The 10 is like perfection. But it usually symbolizes the X. That's why they're always using it. It's kind of weird. 6, you got a 6 and a 10, right?
Continuing.
And they reported this on the 10th.
Yep.
Spread across Southern California. Now, officials say they do expect that death toll to go up as they start to look through.
Probably at the end of this, they'll say 33 dead. Watch. It wouldn't be shocked if they said 33.
All of the homes. Have to think it's still very dangerous to get inside some of these areas right now.
Absolutely.
The structures are very fragile. So let's give you a live look now. This is from the Eaton fire. It's burned through thousands of acres. It's destroyed at least 1,000 structures. You don't see any glow right now from the flames at this point, but what you can see is that haze and the smoke that is sitting over the city. More than 800 firefighting personnel with the help of fixed wing aircraft and helicopters, they're all trying to put these fires out. And this morning, 12 News anchor Troy Hayden is live for us inside.
I'm gonna shoot ahead a little bit. This guy goes around. Look at this shit.
People say it looks like a bomb went off in Pacific Palisades themselves out. So let's start with showing you what we saw yesterday. When people say it looks like a bomb went off in Pacific Palisades, you can see what they're talking about here. I have covered a number of urban wildfires over the course of my career, and I don't know if I've ever seen devastation this complete. You can see everything that's not stone or metal has basically disintegrated.
This just reminds me of Hawaii.
Yep.
What happened in Hawaii, where it was this bizarre scene where like the houses just bursting into flames out of nowhere. And what's crazy, Bob, is because I watched a week or two ago, I watched the Usyk versus Tyson Fury fight, and they had this weird imagery of palm trees just bursting into flames and then falling down. And they're all mixed in with the 2030 agenda. That guy, I've said this many times, he has the logo for the 2030 agenda in all his cards. That Saudi guy.
Been incinerated by the heat of this fire. We walked around and got a look at a bit of the neighborhood earlier today. One thing we do see just outside of Pacific Palisades is this: a long line of cars, worried residents wanting to check on their homes, to get back into the Palisades to see if their homes are still standing, get past this area here. Unfortunately, for most of them, depending on where they live, the news is not going to be good.
The Ralphs is gone, the Gelsons is gone, the library's gone. You know, 2/3 of the town is gone.
Look at these trees, though. Look at these fucking trees all over the place. Look, many of them have the leaves still. So what the fuck are they talking about? They're saying the shit is all dried out. That's the case. Why is that tree so damn healthy? Right? That tree's full of water.
Yeah.
How is it not burnt?
And the garbage can is fine.
Garbage, exactly, Bob. The garbage can isn't even melted. So how the fuck is all these
And the
houses?
garbage in the garbage can is fine.
It's all fine. How the fuck does that happen? So the house is all burst
Like, look
into
at that
flames.
white sign, that white sticker on the inside of the garbage can. Not a lick of soot on it.
You got the fucking stop sign over there and all this. That stop sign is hollow, or not hollow. It's very thin.
It's aluminum.
So aluminum.
It should have melted.
How is that not melted? But the fucking car's melted.
But look at the white sticker on the garbage can. There's not even soot.
Like, look at it. Look at these cars. Like, the car will sit next to a tree. The tree's fine. The car's melted.
The home has been destroyed.
And maybe the toughest thing you see here, residents who have been able to come back to their homes, and they're sifting through them trying to find anything they can, anything of value that may have survived these fires.
Oh my God, it just pulls at the heartstrings.
Big dangers here in this devastated Palisades neighborhood. Power lines. You can see this one.
Yeah, power lines
Why
are still
would there
there.
still be power?
How the fuck is there power lines still there? But yeah, everything is burnt up. This shit doesn't make any sense.
It's just dangling, and it's not just the lines themselves.
Well, bro, the power lines, it's just dang. Dude, do people not know that you could just have a gust? Strong gusts of wind will knock over power lines. These people, they say they have massive winds, and it's so hot that it's melting cars, be at the power lines.
Look at the shrubs. They're still green.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
It's the power poles.
The shrubs are still green, but the houses on both ends are burnt to a crisp.
Stay back a bit, but if you look closely at the bottom, you can see it's charged. They think possibly because it's so charred down there and burned, it has been weakened, and these poles could topple over. One of the things we heard a lot was there was a lack of water pressure up in this area when the fire was raging, and you can see this looks to be a water softener that's still leaking water, and you have to imagine dozens, maybe hundreds of leaks like this all throughout this neighborhood contributing to that low water pressure. And you can really see the heat of the fire that came through here. Believe it or not, this is a Tesla, or was a Tesla. Anything that's not metal has just been vaporized, even the rubber on the tire.
Everything that's not metal has just been vaporized, except for all the fucking trees sitting around us and that garbage can. Right? The garbage can.
With its white sticker.
Fucking plastic garbage can is still completely intact.
And look at that wall. Look at that wall behind him.
Yes, it's
right?
not even black.
That's a white wall.
You would think if
if this level and heat of fire, you would at least see a little soot. No?
Yeah, I mean, come on. This shit, I don't know what they're doing. They're probably using, like they said, direct energy weapons. That's probably what they're doing. They're shooting shit down on these locations.
All the cloth on the seats. So this fire moved here with ferocity.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they're doing that. Like, look, it don't make any sense. You look at these trees. A lot of them all they're green. Some of them are completely green, and they're right next to a house that's completely burnt.
So, I mean, those are the things.
It's like super devastating, man. All right, we're just going to watch a little bit more about the fires. They got some more stuff that just showing hype. They're just hyping this shit to no end. Like I said, I called it months ago, and now they're doing it. And they're going to do lots and lots and lots of more of this shit. Right? There's just, this really, I mean, I'm surprised they haven't brought up that shit in Canada from 2 years ago. But they'll probably be talking about that later on. That was the catalyst. That's when they really started this shit going. We got the celebrities. We're going to show a little bit of James Woods and some of these other fucks going out there. They already sold their asses a long time ago, people. This is this checkmate moment. These people, they all do the same hand signs. They in that, right? There's a 77. That's a powerful number. You look up numerology. 77, James Woods, right?
I'm 77 years old, man. I can't walk.
Bro, I'm 77 years old, man. We got to start the story with the 77.
I'm 77 years old, man. I can't walk up these hills. It's like Mount Everest there. It's like, pretty steep. So, it's just, I posted this on.
Like I said, people, these motherfuckers sold their souls a long time ago. So they're helping some people out. I've seen a bunch of celebrities on this shit.
But Sarah was on with her 8-year-old niece last night. She came out. I'm sorry. Just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone. But she came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
Oh my gosh. James Woods, we all hope that you will be able to rebuild your house, maybe starting with that little Yeti piggy bank. And we're just glad that you're okay and your wife is okay.
I'm sorry,
you have your lives. Yeah, no, I mean, this is real and it's raw.
I thought
and
I would be stronger than this.
You don't need, you are, you know what? It's strength is not measured by whether, you hold.
Oh God, shut up.
Strength is what you were.
This shit is so corny. Look at this, Bob. His strength is not measured.
Doing now and helping your neighbors and shining a light on the great, amazing work of all those firefighters and emergency crews out there. You have so much strength. And
this motherfucker probably has like 8 houses. You know that?
Yeah.
I bet you if you go look into his background, he probably has a bunch of houses.
You coming on to reflect what so many others just like you are experiencing.
I'm just a normal guy
right now. We wish you the best, you and your wife, as you.
The fuck was that? You saw that?
Yeah.
Who does that when they're sad? What are you, a fucking horse? Is this guy a horse? Look at this.
We wish you the best, you and your wife, as you.
Let's just zoom into that.
You and your wife, as you rebuild your lives. So many are now. We wish you the best, you and your wife, as you rebuild your lives. So many people are doing that right now and trying to process what's going on.
Look at him wipe those tears.
James, and also keep us posted on your 94-year-old neighbor and everything going there. We're going to continue to talk, and we wish you the very best.
He's okay. He's okay.
Yeah.
They found him. He's in the hospital.
He's okay. Yeah.
I just worry. If anybody knows where Robert Trinkteller is, call me. Let me know. All right.
That's an important message, and also there's this app that's really important.
I'm gonna like totally get on CNN, man, and like cry. I'm gonna cry and say climate action now. That'll come later. All right, I got this over here and see if this works. Nope. I don't know why they keep removing these. It's probably to create this false narrative that they're trying to silence Elon Musk, right? Because this story here that was removed, and I've seen multiple removed. Says Elon Musk deletes tweets agreeing with Alex Jones. I've had multiple stories. I was going to show this and they've all been removed. Why it happened is because it sells the narrative that they're trying to hush Elon Musk. Huh, Bob? They trying to silence Musk? The guy's just
it
so
lends him legitimacy.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to
And
legitimize
especially
this
considering
scumbag.
the big crisis he has.
Yeah. Him with his immigrant workers. He needs all the help he can get. Okay. Did we look at this yet, Bob?
Yeah, I think so. No, we didn't look at this.
Is it climate change? Climate change to blame for LA fires, wildfires, bro? Let's hear this. This is probably brainwashing people here. Exactly, man. James Woods played a priest in Scary Movie 2, so obviously he doesn't lie. The guy doesn't fucking lie. People, he played a damn priest. Okay, so there you go. Fires. There's fires and shit going on. Was it the climate? Did we see? I feel like we saw this picture already.
I think we've seen that
Yeah,
picture,
I feel like we saw. Yeah. Was it the climate?
Yeah, we looked at this already.
People, you're using gas. You're fucking drying everything out. You're an asshole. You get it. It's part of their agenda. We got all kinds of celebrities on the case, selling their asses. I mean, they sold their asses a long time ago. We'll watch maybe one more fire agenda. I'm looking at my folders. All right, we got Jamie Lee Curtis over here. All the celebrities are coming out selling this shit. 1 second. There you go. Jamie Lee Curtis gets emotional on the Tonight Show and asks, Tonight Show as she talks about wildfires. I don't know what I was reading. I'm always reading things incorrectly. I'm a fucking retard. Look at her. She looks all right for 100, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's a handsome woman.
That's the Poogert lady, right? Bob?
Yep, Poogert.
Bob came up with that Poogert. I thought it was really funny. 66 years old, this bitch. Michael Myers. Where's Michael Myers when you need him?
As you know, where I live is on fire right now. Literally, the entire city of the Pacific Palisades is burning. And I flew here last night. I was on a plane, started getting
I flew here last night, and boy, are my arms tired. No? All right.
texts, and it's gnarly, you guys. It's just a catastrophe in Southern California. Obviously, there have been horrific fires in many places. This is literally where I live. Everything. The market I shop in, the schools my kids go to, friends. Many friends now have lost their homes. So it's a really awful situation. I am, obviously going to go home first thing tomorrow and be with my family and try to help my friends. But it is, just so I can tell you, if you know anybody on the West Coast or not, the American Red Cross, support them. They will come in and help people. Do anything you can.
All right, Bob, you want to read this comment from Quags?
Energy weapons causing this damage isn't out of the realm of possibility. That's from Dark.
Oh, Dark. Sorry, I thought it was Quags.
Yeah, I would encourage people to have a gander at the patents. There's some really interesting patents that have been filed. I'll leave it at that. But there's some real interesting patents that have been filed.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they got their new order. This is the road to it. I've said it so many times. Go watch Trust the Science on the Real Food TV, people.
But to that end,
spoke about
the direct energy weapons, there are a number of videos coming out on social media, which, I haven't ascertained the veracity of, but there's a number of videos coming out that seem to show the use of direct energy weapons in the Palisades, like we saw with Lahaina. So, I mean, but, you can't really trust anything you see with your eyes anymore, because if it's on a screen, it's probably AI.
All right, we got Thunderdome Boxing in here.
Hello.
What's up? Yeah, we're going to do the stream much earlier, and I saw you were doing them, and I was like, oh, it's kind of crazy. I usually watch your streams when you do them, so I was like, oh, well, I got to do a stream, because, again, we had it scheduled for much earlier. We're going to do the stream at 6:30. It ended up happening at what? When did we start, Bob? 11?
11:30.
It's crazy.
We were
Yeah,
a
this
little
is
late.
actually in 2 parts. We started, we got the OBS software. It froze up, so I had to start up another stream. This is part 2 of, what did I call this?
I don't know.
I think I called, this is episode 5 of the CW News. This is,
Law
this
and
is
Order.
called, I think this is called, Law and Disorder.
You
Right.
missed an opportunity to have the Law and Order gavel sound.
What?
And the Law and Order theme song.
Law and Order. I don't know. Look how this shit is cut off. Like my chat is all fucked up. Just saying.
When my dad was in law school,
Why is it all fucked up like that?
and I was very, very little, I would stay up for him to come home from law school, and we would watch Law and Order and MASH. Until one time, I wrapped myself up in toilet paper and said that I was a Vietnam soldier and
Isn't
that I
MASH
wasn't
from,
allowed
like,
to
the
watch MASH
60s?
anymore.
I thought that was from the 60s.
It was, but they did reruns. Like, because my dad would get home, like, very, very late, like 11 o'clock, and I was very young. And I would sit up to watch MASH and Law and Order with him.
We're gonna give Anthony some, Thunderdome some confetti.
Confetti of color, specifically.
All right, we're gonna go and we're going to.
You know what you should do? You should get
What?
confetti that has no color. Clear fetty.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know words and what
All right.
they mean.
Give me 1 second. We're gonna go into our next topic, which is a lot like the first topic.
Oh my stars.
I know we went a long time on this fire shit. People,
We're going on an adventure.
we know what it is. These fires. I already knew about this. Well, look at this last bit here.
so
Elon
many
Musk
files.
saying all kinds of stupid, silly, stupid shit. All right, we're gonna listen to a little of this. I think the newscaster talks about Elon Musk saying that this wokeism caused fires.
That man looks like a puffin.
Let's see this. MSNBC.
Blue-footed booby.
Even the best of circumstances, a crisis like this chaotic, unprecedented Los Angeles wildfires would be a vector for a lot of bad information.
It's not really
Our
unprecedented.
polluted information
One
environment
second,
is
Bob.
creating an absolute blowtorch of lies being spread.
A blowtorch of lies.
That's an interesting choice of words.
Blowtorch
of
what the
lies?
fuck was that about? Is that him just trying to be funny?
A blowtorch of lies.
By the richest man in the world.
I mean, who wrote that shit?
That was
Did he write?
terrible.
Well,
I mean,
really,
it's
a blowtorch. So
hilarious.
he's trying to say that it was
blowtorch
intent.
of
Well, he's trying to
lies.
say it's intentionally set. A blowtorch of lies. It's an interesting choice of words.
On the platform he owns to spread them, and the incoming president of the United States. For example, there's the false claim that the city of Los Angeles is out of water. Donald Trump himself posted a number of attacks against California's Democratic governor, Gavin Newsom, because this is what he does when there's a disaster. He sort of looks to blame with lies.
I like how they keep coming in and saying, why are they politicizing this when this shit is literally orchestrated to politicize? Just like the virus thing. They kept saying, don't politicize it. We just need a climate. Let's come together as conservatives and Democrats. Let's do this and save the planet.
It's like Captain fucking Planet. Everybody's got their rings and they're going to come together in a circle and fly away.
Exactly.
Newsom refused to sign the water
Care
restoration
Bears.
declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water to flow daily into many parts of California. As Newsom's office notes, however, there's no such document as the Water Restoration Declaration. It's pure fiction. One local outlet also pointed out since Newsom has been in office, there has not been legislation that would do what Trump is describing.
Oh, so what does that mean, Bob? Does that mean that, what, he's harder, Trump is harder on climate change?
It's more nonsense because we saw in a different article that years ago there was a resolution passed to build reservoirs and then it never happened. And Newsom has been the governor for a while. And instead of prioritizing these reservoirs, since this is apparently a problem that is recurring, he was like, JK LOL Teslas. Hooray. Cocktail hour, COVID shots, la 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 la. So he is specifically obfuscating the fact while by focusing on minutia to make it seem fraudulent when in fact it is not. Into the wood chipper or the giant slap chop. I don't really care one way or the other.
All right, let's just watch the rest of this little article here. Thunderdome says, he says, I thought you were Dude, I was scheduling this. Sometimes when I set this stuff, it just doesn't do it correctly. I do it
Foo
through the application.
schedules.
I got to really pay attention to what this program does, but it's screwing up constantly. Like I said, the stream was supposed to happen at 6:30. We had all kinds of drama, and then we finally got here. I was like, let's just do the stream anyway.
I love that you're blaming the software for
it is.
probably
The
picking
software
wrong
screws
day.
up all the time. Let's just finish the story.
Trump made it up. Elon Musk and others boosted the similar claim the LA is out of water to fight fires. You see this everywhere.
God.
That Democratic Mayor Karen Bass is to blame.
This goes back to the thing I said earlier in the other stream. What they do is they create a clusterfuck of narratives in order to keep you all balanced where you don't know what the fuck to believe. But at the core of this is part of an agenda that we've been pointing out forever. They're gonna keep pushing this shit, and they're gonna blame it on the climate. First, they come out with the clusterfuck. They get guys like Elon Musk and Alex Jones to align with most likely what's closer to the truth. And then in the end, it's just gonna all be climate and that you're a piece of shit. And then they're gonna push this, and then Trump's gonna come through. He's gonna sign all these new laws, right? For things like you can't have wood ovens, you cannot burn firewood to heat your home. All that shit.
No natural gas.
No
Only
natural
electricity.
gas. They've been trying to push this through for years now.
And you know what I say to that? Super
What?
slap chop.
Exactly. You got to start slap chopping these guys' head off. Right, Bob? We got. Wait. Give me 1 second.
Slap chop.
You know what? I need that slap chop ad. I don't have it right now, so I'm just gonna show you guys this because this is what we're gonna do to all these globalist pigs. You want that?
Slap chop?
Not slap chop, Bob.
No. Why not?
No. We're gonna do this. Look.
Oh, we're gonna take their birthdays.
We're gonna take every motherfucker birthday. This is what
Can
we're gonna.
someone explain to me what that means? Is this like a hoodlumism that I just don't understand?
This is us walking into Gavin Newsom and the globalist home. That's what we're doing right now. That's me and Bob. We're sort of like the Power Rangers. You know, you come
Wait.
together. What?
Did we join forces to become Steven Seagal?
That's fucked up. Look at this. Well,
That's
again, it's just
hilarious.
really funny. He sees this fucking guy squirming around on the ground. He walks in like with the gun, like all fucking loose. You know, he's got like what? He's got a real lazy wrist. He's got a little hangy like gay
I
wrist.
love though that he's practicing good, trigger safety.
What happened? What happened?
They took her.
They took her.
It's
Look
like
at the
he's-
look on his face. It's like, what?
He's got too much Botox.
How the fuck
he
do
can't
they-
do emotions anymore?
How the fuck is this guy employed? Like as an actor? He's like, they took her. And then there's no emotion at all.
Botox.
Let's see this again. Let's see
Botulism.
this again.
They took her.
Wow, great performance there, Steven Seagal. Let's see that one more time. Look, there's like no difference. Like he said they took her. He said, and then after this, he says he's gonna kill all these fucking guys. But yet he has no emotion at all when this guy says they took her. Who is this, the Terminator? I think Arnold Schwarzenegger had more emotion than this in the Terminator. Wait, sorry people, I missed the part.
They took her. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Because now, I will snatch every motherfucker birthday.
Bob, he'll snatch every motherfucker birthday. Why
We've
doesn't
already discussed all of the grammatical and linguistic problems with that phrase.
Why
now
doesn't
I would
he-
like to move on to the fact that he just tucked his handgun into his waistband.
He has no holster.
But it's not even all the way tucked in. Like the trigger guard is still above the waistband. So it is just the barrel of that short-barreled pistol that is holding it into his trousers.
He doesn't
And
have-
I can't.
I don't get it.
I can't.
Like, why doesn't he have a holster? Like, look, he just shoves that shit into his belt.
No, it's not even. It's in his waistband, and only the
No.
barrel is in his waistband. The trigger guard, the magazine,
Yeah, everything
like,
is
all
sticking
of it
out.
is
That
still
shit's
out.
gonna just flop out of his pants. But he's pretty
People
fat.
who own firearms do not do that.
Look, some people do some. I saw some fucking gangbangers sticking pistols into their sweatpants.
They don't count as people.
Dude, it had no hole. It was fucking cocked. He had the hammer back, and had no holster and just
We
stuck
can
it in his
all-
sweatpants, in his loose sweatpants.
We can all hope for the sake of our species that he shot his testicles off before he was able to reproduce.
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. You know
If
that's
Quags
racist,
is in the
right?
comments, there you go. There's your.
You know
your,
that's fucking racist. I'm gonna snatch every motherfucker birthday.
There's your traumatization.
See this
for the
one
day.
last time.
I will snatch every motherfucker birthday.
Got to shove that gun into your pants, right? Like Bob said, right from the fucking barrel.
We were at a store the other day, and I happened to look over, and there was a gentleman in line to pay for his items, and he was wearing a pair of those like big giant rain boots that like farmers wear, and he had a pistol in his boot. Like, not particularly well concealed. It was just like flopping around in his boot. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna shoot his fucking foot off.
There's no open carry in New York.
It was
New York
very funny. And I was
there's
looking
no
at
open
it.
carry in New York State, so I don't
No.
know how this guy's walking around with a fucking gun in his boot, like it's just in clear sight.
But it was like one of those big, like, Wellington style, like, galosh rain boots. And it was just, like, chilling in his boot. It wasn't, like, in an ankle holster. It wasn't, like, strapped to his leg in quite literally anyway. It was just, like, in his boot. It was hilarious. I was having a mighty and uproarious chuckle with myself.
It was. We pointed it out, and the people in the store were like, whatever.
I mean, we didn't like go tell
We never had 'em,
someone.
we just thought it was
We were
funny.
talking to a friend of ours, and I was like, "That guy has a gun in his boot. That's hilarious." And then Fu and our friend looked over, and indeed, that gentleman did have a gun in his rain boot.
He did,
and it was very funny.
All right. With that said, okay. Did we see the thing about Elon Musk blaming wokeness for
I think
fires?
so.
We see that? Oh yeah, we saw that. That's the little video there. It says fire and lies. Yeah, Hollywood. We went through a lot of this stuff. We're gonna go into our next topic, which is entitled criminals. All right. With this, we're gonna be looking
Light
at.
him on fire. Fuck him.
Should we?
Slap
wow,
chop 'em.
wow. We'll slap chop all of them.
Slap chop. The
Let's do
super
that.
slap chop.
We're gonna slap chop the fuck out of all.
And you know what? You know what? Everybody who has a misdemeanor has to attend the slap chopping as part of their sentence. You
You know
must
what's
attend
annoying?
and witness the slap
Bob,
chop.
you know what's annoying? That this video I have here of the fire doesn't really show. I was really annoyed because I wanted to show you guys this video of this actor.
I thought we were talking about criminals.
We're going to actually this last video. I was trying to show you guys this video. This is pretty comical. This is the last thing we're going to see on these fires, and we'll get into the next topic. We've been on this fire thing for a while. Here we go.
So I'm still hiding behind the boulders, sparks.
All right, so this is very similar to the thing that happened in Hawaii. Remember, they were saying how people were basically they had to run to the ocean. Remember that? I had to hide in the water.
So I have to duck behind these rocks. I'm ready to jump into the ocean.
So look, this motherfucker's whole house burnt down, right? He's running from fire. But then he has the mind to pull out his fucking cell phone and start filming in the most calm way possible. Like, you hear his voice. There's no fear. There's nothing in his voice.
All the firemen, they got the hell out of here. They evacuated quickly. I should have followed suit. But right now, I'm here, and phone doesn't really work. No one knows where the hell I am.
That guy is really fucking calm. That dude is really calm for a person who's everything's burning and they're dying. But look at this, Bob. His fucking house burned down. Everyone's all this. There's ash flying into his fucking face.
And he's like, you know what?
Everything's
I
on
need to
fire.
film
You know what I
this.
need to do? I need to fucking live stream right now.
I don't think he was live streaming because, like,
He might have been.
he wouldn't have had reception. Unless that's a Starlink phone, unless that's a
Maybe.
satellite phone.
You know
And
what we
even
need?
still, I don't know if you get Facebook on satellite phones. I mean, I guess some of them are more.
All right, we're
like,
gonna hear
smartphone enabled.
his story that he's gonna tell us. That
He's
dude
a weird looking dude.
He's a
and
weird
she's
looking
a
mother.
weird
Look
looking,
at that woman. How much younger? Is that a woman?
Maybe dude.
That looks like a straight up dude.
I don't
with the
know.
long hair.
They
She got
both look
he got
weird.
some really good hair. The man on the right, not the blonde.
Thankfully, he is with us tonight, Sebastian Harris.
I actually saw this interview earlier, and these people have these little smirks. like these micro smiles. I've seen this many times. I can go through over. I've seen so many videos in the news of people deceiving the public. You see these little micro smiles when you see it. Watch, you're going to look at their faces, their lips.
Harrison and his wife, Livia Pillman, join me now. Just watching that moment, Sebastian.
You see how this person is trying to hold back their smile? That's a form of duping delight, because you can tell this bitch is smiling. She's trying to smile when they say her name. I guess we'll just say, we can assume it's her name. I'm going to guess it isn't, because the moment the name is brought up, this bitch almost cracks a smile.
Wife, Livia Pillman, join me now.
Pillman, huh? Let's see that again.
Sebastian Harrison and his wife, Livia Pillman, join me
Sorry.
now. Just watching.
Let me show it again. I'm not showing you the right part. Sorry. Just to show you this, where these people come from. Sorry. Give me a minute. It's hard to find the point. This guy is the typical thing. They tuck their lips in. You see this a lot from politicians. Obama was big into that. You know, he tucks his lips. It's because they're about to smile.
With us tonight, Sebastian Harrison
Sorry,
and his
guys.
wife, Livia Pillman.
I keep misplacing the part. I'm going to find it right now. Sorry.
And phone doesn't really work. No one knows where the hell I am.
Thankfully, he is with us
Just pay attention
tonight.
to their lips.
Sebastian Harrison and his wife, Livia Pillman, join me now. Just watching that moment, Sebastian, your heart just sinks.
Why does this person need to make an effort to not smile, Bob?
I don't know.
And that side profile is very masculine. I think it's a fucking dude.
Hoping that you're okay, and thank goodness that you're both here. Sebastian, following the evacuation orders, you decided to go back to your home, your sanctuary, to do everything you could to try to protect it. And when the fire began to spread in your direction, can you tell us what you tried?
Iceman says she has nice lips. I don't know if that's a woman.
That doesn't mean it doesn't have nice lips.
Yes, exactly. I mean, lips are lips, right? Thunderdome says his wife looks like a transformer.
Oliver Pillman.
He got nice lips.
Tried to do?
You know, oftentimes when we get an evacuation
Jet, what the fuck just happened there? Sorry about
it's
that.
a little bit, in my mind, it's a little bit premature. And unfortunately, I've been through this a couple of times. So, and I've seen a lot of my friends and even family.
His house just keeps burning.
They have stayed behind when they've been evacuated, and they've been able to put out fires, small fires coming from flying embers from even, hundreds of yards or miles away. So that was my initial.
Yeah, what did he say? Hundreds of miles away?
Yeah, those are
flying
super
embers flying from hundreds of miles away burns your fucking house down. Are
That
you kidding?
means those embers came in on an airplane.
Like, what the fuck?
Somebody
The flying
flew
embers. He just
over your
literally
house
said hundreds of miles away.
and ashed their cigarette over your house as they were
Your
flying
house
by.
is that flammable, huh?
Away. So that was and they've been able to put out fires, small fires coming from flying embers from even, hundreds of yards or miles away.
Yards and miles away, yeah.
So that was my initial intent.
Why isn't he bursting into flames? Right? He's getting hit with all that little fire embers, right? He's probably wearing polyester and all that shit,
He is
right?
If
certainly
that were to
wearing
happen, but you always have to have a plan B. So if it's a whole mountain.
That thing on the right doesn't need a plan B. You want to know why, Bob?
It's a dude.
Dude looks like a lady.
Oh, but only sort of at some angles and in some
At
lights.
certain angles, that dude looks like a dude. I'm just kidding. No. Dark said that person got nice lips. Is his wife? Well, give me a second. All right, we'll go back to it.
In the fire, and you began to leave. So when I saw that there was a curtain of fire, I left, but I went across the street. And my plan B was, I'm going to see if it goes through the property, and perhaps maybe a structure or two is still survived. It's going to survive because my father lives next to me. He had 5 structures. We had 7, and I thought maybe I'll be able to put out one.
That dude's got a lot of structures, huh?
And if it goes through, the problem is at a certain point, I saw the fire trucks just quickly leave, and I thought, oh, well, that's not a good sign. So I tried to get my car; it wouldn't start. And I got back out.
Damn, this is like a fucking Jason movie. Now his car doesn't start. What the hell's going on, Bob?
God wants him to
Fucking
die.
car just stopped working out of nowhere.
God was like, "Fuck you," specifically.
You know that? In all
and
the fucking horror
individually.
movies, the car never starts. What the fuck? Like every time the killer's coming, they're like, they keep turning the key, and then and it just starts out of nowhere. Like what the fuck is that about? It's just to build the tension, right, Bob?
Yep. And then they've got like a random arm.
What? Why did Jason always set up the bodies like they would like fall down as you were running by? It was like a weird like a horror house ride, right? You know how they have the spooky house? That's what it was like. You would see the body just and it just comes down out of nowhere. Booby trapped. And it isn't like they opened the door and there was like booby trapped. It would just come down out of nowhere. The bodies would just whatever. That's what it seems like. His fucking car doesn't work out of nowhere. This guy got 7 structures. The guy owns like multiple houses or structures. That ain't cheap. So why is your car all fucked up? You're just focusing on houses? I don't know.
Just this whole hurricane of embers going toward me, and I thought
that reminds me of like Sharknado. A hurricane of embers. Really?
You know, I'm doomed. So I started heading down by the ocean where there's big boulders, and unfortunately I couldn't see because there was
that shit looked like some kind of like CGI, doesn't it? Like you see how that's all flying around like that?
Embers and
this shit looks weird.
Smoke and clouds and flying debris and all sorts of things flying in the air. So I was covering my head. I fell down, hurt myself a little bit, but I was eventually able to hide behind some boulders. And these messages that
we know he filmed it.
All messages that I was trying to send to my wife, Livia, who she had no clue where I was.
Again, you see the face, like she's almost fucking smiling. Like, why are these people are just bizarre? Like, I can show you all kinds of different news stories where they have these supposed real victims, and they're like smiling and all this. It's like, it doesn't make sense because you think you'd be devastated. All your properties got destroyed. You're basically homeless, and you're smiling?
She had no clue where I was. We hadn't been in contact for
2 hours.
2 hours.
The lady sounds like a... You heard the 2 hours.
Bruce Jenner, we're not going to talk about anything below the waist.
Sending her messages on WhatsApp.
2 hours.
But they didn't go through.
That looks like a more masculine like Gina Davis, right? You know Gina Davis, Bob?
This one requires a deep breath.
2 hours.
Theories about the California wildfires.
All right, so that's it. What the fuck?
Online, fueled.
Sorry, people. Another video started.
2 hours. 2 weeks.
All right, Bob. What do you think about that?
I think that this is a pile of piss.
It's a pile of piss. We're just going to look. We're going to go into the topic. We're not going to do too much of this. We got on here super late, and Bob is really tired.
Bob is, in fact, the most tired.
Yeah. Okay. Anything could happen on Halloween, people. I'll be right back. I got to go to the little newsroom. Remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV, people. This is the greatest channel on demand. It really is, man. It really effing is. All right, people. Anything could happen on Halloween. Remember that. It's not Halloween. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up, but you guys got to watch this while I go to the newsroom. All right? Little newsroom. Be right back.
Two-point landing.
It's great to be here with you young witches on this fabulous night. Remember, girls, show the world. Let them know it's Halloween. Hit it!
I wouldn't change places with anyone tonight. We'll carve pumpkin faces and watch the witches' flight. Every human heart will shudder. Every soul will shake with fear. Tonight, the creepiest. Tonight, the scariest. Tonight, the most wonderful night. The year dog could turn into a cat. There may be a toad in your bass guitar, or your sister could turn into a bat. Christmas time brings the snow, summertime brings the sun. But on Halloween, your blood begins to run. Something spooky is going down, and it happen on Halloween. It's better than a video. Gremlin's gonna mess up every cassette from London to Idaho.